Please, and begin with a pledge of allegiance to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to just call everyone's attention to the civility and decorum notes on the top of the page. May we have roll call, please, Madam Secretary?
Sure. Mr. Chrisman?
Here.
Mr. Disler?
Here.
Mr. Fedorcha? Ms. Franz?
Here.
Ms. Husak? Here. Mr. Kern?
Here.
Ms. Culp?
Here.
Ms. Snyder?
Here.
Mr. Green?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Any on the public comment list?
No one signed up for public comment, but would anybody like to make a public comment on agenda items? Okay, thank you.
Doesn't look like it. Okay, you've all received copies of the regular school board meeting on March 13th. Is there a motion to approve those minutes?
Here.
Motion, is there a second?
Second.
And a second. Any additions or corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And so ordered. Special board reports, Carbon Lehigh Intermediate Unit, Gail?
Thank you, Mr. Green. We did have our meeting last month. On the agenda tonight is the facilities plan, so thank you to Peters Elementary. Peters will be a new location for the IU coming up the 23-24 school year, so looking forward to having that there. Thanks for opening up our doors at our district to allow that to occur. Had a couple meetings with our staff during our meeting. One was around cybersecurity. So cybersecurity is going all around. They want us obviously to make sure that we're all prepared for anything that could happen. So thank you to Mr. Hill for being part of that as well, and partaking in some of those cybersecurity precautions that we put in place. It's happening every day, every second. So really appreciate the staff and our administration using cybersecurity and making sure we're doing right things, if it's through MFAs or passwords or things like that. Today's day and age, it's really important. So we did talk about that. Also would like to thank LCTI and some of the events that they had done. One of the things that occurs around the holidays, the LCTI team and some of the special needs children of the Carbon Lehigh Intermediate Unit, they work through adaptive toys. So they take standard toys that individuals we can go to the store, we can buy them and have our children use them. And they might have little buttons on them. And for some of our students in the special needs programs, they can't function properly. So they take them and go through either through an LCTI program or some other programs through the IU, and they make adaptive toys. So last year they did 4 or 5 different ones. One was a little baseball thing, would pop the ball up and the kids could hit it. And it was pretty cool how they have them. So at the holidays, I recommend just taking a look at that. We'll post some things on the website. I'll be glad to share with the board some pictures of what those are. But thank you again to LCTI and some of the work-based learning students being able to help our special needs students be successful and have some fun like we all do every day.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Lehigh Career, Mr. Fedorcha is not present. I don't think anyone went to the meeting, so we'll skip by that one. Legislative report, Mrs. Snyder, anything to report?
Nothing to report tonight.
Thank you very much. Lehigh Cumberland Community College, just quickly, you may have seen the article in the paper the other day. College attendance, I guess at all levels, is down. Community colleges in particular. We're down a little bit at El Tri-C. We're a little bit under our budget for last year. We're still close enough that I think we'll be okay at the end of the year. Getting a little more money in investments and some of those things, so we should be okay. But it's a little bit rocky road in the future of where we had hoped we would be by this time. We didn't get the return of attendance that we expected after the COVID stuff was over, so here we are. And that's about all I have. Committee reports. You all have the minutes of all of those. My favorite part of the meeting. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone had a nice spring break. Now that we're all back, this will be my final board report tonight, so it's a little bittersweet for me. But to start us off tonight, I have our spring dance festivities recap. Leading up to the dance, we had a spirit week that included various versus themes. So we did like barbecue dad versus soccer mom and bikers versus surfers. And we allow our students to like vote and say who they like the best, whose outfits they like, and then we announce that at the pep rally and they get a little prize. And then on March 18th, spring dance was held in the gym.
Thank you.
And we had a really nice turnout, and everyone seemed to enjoy the DJ, photo booth, and the food. So that was a really nice time for everyone. On April 5th, we were able to hold our pep rally in the gymnasium. Here we recognized winter and spring sports, announced those Spirit Day winners, like I said, and did the traditional Spirit Stick shout-off. I'm pretty sure, was it the sophomores that won? The sophomores won this year, so the seniors didn't get it, unfortunately. And then we played a bunch of fun games, like we had a dance competition and tug-of-war. Student Council will be hosting their Spring Blood Drive in partnership with Miller Keystone on April 13th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. I think there's still some spaces available for people if you're looking to sign up and donate blood. That'll be in the gym. And the Student Council is also hard at work on some other upcoming events besides the blood drive, and we just wrapped up our spring dance stuff. So we're currently working on our Teacher Appreciation Week gifts and thank you cards just to recognize all the teachers when that comes around. And we just had our first Mr. Northern Lehigh practice last week, so we have 6 participants, Austin Rex, Landon Meckes, Seth Adams, AJ Wutong, Diego Fenstermaker, and Cameron Kuntz. So we're working with them to do their talents and stuff like that. The show will be on May 13th, so if you're not doing anything that day, that is something nice to come out to. We're quickly approaching prom, quicker than everyone expected, which will be on April 29th from 5 to 9 p.m. at Penn's Peak. We're currently wrapping up ticket sales. Tomorrow's the last day, so we're trying to get everyone to buy their tickets before we are done with that. And we have a majority of our decorations ready. Besides this, the class of 2023 is also working on planning the baccalaureate ceremony as well as our new Decision Day event that we're looking to do this year. This year with this event, we wanted to give seniors an opportunity to show off whatever college, technical school, military branch, or career they plan on going into in the future. Just good to kind of let everyone know what they're doing and have something to be proud of. With all of that being said, I now have some exciting LCTI news for everyone. Last board meeting I mentioned how Julia Jackowitz was competing in the DECA competition. Well, her team placed 13th out of 100 teams, so she will be headed to the National DECA competition in Orlando, Florida later this month. So congrats to her, that's really great. And then also Dean Freer received bronze for his work in culinary arts at a recent leadership conference. So again, a big congratulations to both Julia and Dean on their accomplishments. That's all I have for tonight, so I will pass it over to Victoria to finish our report.
Good evening, everyone. So I will just be talking about stuff that we're going to be doing in April and our sports report. But before that, on March 31st, we had our quarter 3 marking period reward day, and it was a very interactive and fun thing. And we had lots of activities. We had cornhole, movie, volleyball, board games in the library, and other things. And it was a really nice time for just students to just be with everyone and just take a good break before we go into spring break. And now in April, we have the career fair on April 21st, and that is from 9 to 1, and it's where there will be different vendors of colleges and businesses, and kids from grades 7 to 12 can come and talk to them and see if they're interested in anything, and it's just a really good opportunity for students to be exposed to a lot of things. And starting today, we have senior portraits, and those will be going until Thursday, and people like me who crazy that I'm going to be a senior next year, we all have pictures to take, and we all have to prepare for it and look good because no one wants bad pictures. So that's what I'll be doing tonight. And the STEP team, they'll be hosting their show on April 28th, and it's very exciting for them because they've been working really hard to do well, perform well, and we're hoping a lot of people come and watch them and support them. Also this year, our annual Penny War was hosted by Mrs. T in the library, and this year the seniors won, and it was very competitive. There was first freshmen winning, and then dropping down, and the staff beating them, and then seniors coming up. It was constantly going up and down, but at the end, seniors won. And also some other club news. We have Avidum, and they've been partaking in their buddy system with the IU classroom, which is very nice and a good thing that they're doing. And Debate has recently wrapped up their season, and they are looking for new members. So that's all I have for that, and now we'll move on to sports. So as of now, we have spring sports starting, and the baseball team got their first win against Caddy, so that was really good. And as of Thursday, the softball team, their record is 4-2 overall, and the track and field, the students individually are doing really well and are getting really far. And we also have senior night for softball and baseball on May 8th at 7 p.m. The softball will be at Walnutport and baseball will be at Burlingsville. And that's all I have for today. Thank you.
Thank you. Both of you. Any questions for the ladies tonight?
What was the blood drive date again?
I think it was April 13th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Thank you.
And that's in the gym at the high school, correct?
Yes, the gym at the high school.
Thank you. Okay, solicitor's report, anything this evening?
I do have a very brief report to
Okay.
provide to everyone.
Sure.
I'm going to update you on a case that just came out from the Supreme Court of the United States on March 21st. It's the case known as Perez versus Sturgis Public Schools in Michigan. That school district is located in Michigan. In this case, like I said, it came out on March 21st. The United States Supreme Court addressed procedural issues that are faced when a student files a claim under the Americans with Disabilities Act, when there's also claims under the Individuals with Disabilities Act. So you may hear at times the ADA or IDEA. This case stemmed from a senior student who was deaf. The district had provided him with aids to assist him during his educational process, and the parents claimed that prior to graduation, that the student was a senior, that the parents found out that the student wasn't ready to graduate. Apparently, the parents claimed that the aides were not doing the work that they were supposed to be doing in assisting this student through his process of his education. The parents filed a due process complaint. It was an IDEA case, and they ended up settling that. After they settled that case, the student brought an ADA claim seeking compensatory damages against the district. And the district attempted to have that case precluded because of the IDEA claim that had already been filed. The district claimed that there were administrative remedies that the student should have gone through prior to bringing this ADA claim. Basically, that the ADA claim was barred. The Supreme Court, it went up through the appeal process, ended up in front of our Supreme Court of the United States, and they found differently. Essentially, in this case, the court focused on the type of relief that the student was seeking, and since the student was seeking compensatory damages, that was something that isn't available under the IDEA, and basically, all students are entitled to a free appropriate public education, which the acronym known as FAPE. And for that reason, essentially the court came down and said a student could file an ADA claim and an IDEA claim, and one didn't preclude the other. So it's just a very quick update on a case that was very long in the making till it got to the Supreme Court. And if anyone has any questions, please let me know.
Question, anybody? No?
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Maltars?
Yes, good evening. At our Finance Committee meeting last Monday night, we did take our first look at our budget for the 23-24 school year. It continues to be a working document that we are updating as we go through the process of retirees and other increases of that we are made aware of. Electricity costs, our gas and fuel bids have not come in yet, so as all of them become available, we will continue to update that document. We will be reviewing that again at our next Finance Committee meeting. We will also do a presentation at the May board meeting. We will then look for approval for the preliminary budget to be approved at that May board meeting with a final approval at our June board meeting. Just opening it up, if any board members who were at the Finance Committee meeting might have any questions or anything they want to discuss with the budget. If not, we will look for reviewing that again at the Finance Committee meeting and discussing it further there.
Any questions for everyone on the budget? I know we spent a lot of time at the last meeting, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
Where are we? Item I, Dr. Stoker.
Thank
I just have an ESSER grant update this evening. As we've said in the past, our ESSER 1 grant was concluded in September of 2022. Right now we're working on our ESSER number 2 grant. That is going to conclude in September of 23. To date, since last month, we've spent money on salary and benefits of an administrative position, a technology and integration specialist, a kindergarten teacher due to the size of that class, and then also paraprofessionals that we hired with ESSER monies. ESSER 3, we've spent money on a nurse, a social worker, and hotspots. We've also done some after-school tutoring and paid the salary and benefits for staff in our after-school tutoring programs. We had no spending this month with regard to learning loss or summer enrichment as part of our ESSER 3B. And also additionally, we are going to be doing our ESSER monitoring, which is happening next week. So we've uploaded some documents. We've had some meetings with Deloitte, who is going to be handling that for the Department of Education. That's my report.
Thank you much. Moving into item J, and I have to call everyone's attention, there's a typo on the agenda. I don't know if you're aware of that. It says Superintendent's Report, it says Mr. Matthew Link. It's Doctor, in case you haven't heard, Dr. Matthew Link, and in the future, I hope we can get that corrected. Congratulations, sir, on behalf of the whole board for your hard work in doing that. We certainly appreciate your endeavors, so thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate your support. So Danielle mentioned that it was a bittersweet report for her this evening. It's also for me as well, because it was the last time I get to hear you give us an update. You've really grown into your role over the last 2 years. So to see you in your first one as a junior, where Victoria is this year, to where you finished up this night tonight has been quite a remarkable process to watch. So reached out to high school administration, some of your teachers, counselors, and said, just tell us a little bit about Danielle. So what I'm going to share, Danielle, comes from the people that have had the privilege of watching you grow over the last 4 years in the high school. So Danielle Doherty is a diligent and dedicated student. She strives to be the very best at everything she does and will work hard to achieve it. Danielle has superb time management skills and demonstrates academic excellence. As a member of the National Honor Society, she has helped to start committees for the chapter to increase student involvement. She actively pursues fundraising and volunteer opportunities, and she always leads with integrity. Danielle is also active in her community. She works part-time as an ice cream server and participates in nonprofit organizations such as Sanctuary at Hossville, one of my favorite, Slatington Trail Cleanup, and Rotary Club events. Danielle's activities at Northern Lehigh consist of being a member of the Northern Lehigh Student Council since July of 2019, serving as secretary from July of 21 through June of 22, and vice president from July of 2022 to the present. National Honor Society since October of 2022, serving as historian from August of 2021 through June of 2022, and president from August of 2022 to the present. Northern Lehigh class of 2023 as vice president in fall of 2020, and president in winter of 2020 to the present. There's more. She's a member of SAD and a student representative to the board since 2020. Danielle has also participated in sports. She is a defensive back for the girls soccer team since 2019 and is the captain of the team. She is a forward for girls basketball since 2019. Danielle has achieved principal's list for every semester while attending Northern Lehigh High School. That is remarkable. She received the Dwight D. Eisenhower Award from West Point Society of the Lehigh Valley in 2022. She received the Achievement of AP exams, Advanced Placement Exam score of 5 for U.S. History and Calculus AB exams. So a 5 is the absolute highest you can get on an AP exam. Again, remarkable. Danielle was accepted into the High School Scholars Program. She has also been the Slatington Women's Club Girl of the Month and nominated as a scholar athlete by her head soccer coach. We wish Danielle much success in her future endeavors as she furthers her education. She has not made a final decision yet on the college she will attend. However, she was narrowed it down to schools in Florida. Any
I have
updates on
decided
that?
I'm
Let's
going
hear
to-
it. Yep.
I'm going to the University of Miami.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. On behalf,
That's gonna be tough.
on behalf of the Board of Education and the school district, we present Danielle with this clock as a token of our appreciation for her service to the district. Best wishes to you. We are going to pause for some pictures. I'm more nervous than she is. Mr. Green, would you like to join us?
Sure.
No more snow days, huh? No more snow days for us? Well, they might get hurricane days.
Okay.
You guys weren't making funny faces.
Yes.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You can come back and see us if you want, so if you're interested. You're still on,
Yep.
Doctor.
I would also like to announce that on this evening's agenda will be for the board to approve our graduation date now that we are through all the nasty weather. That will be Friday, June 2nd at 7 p.m. in the stadium with a rain date of Saturday, and then if need be, a rain date of Sunday. We haven't had to go to the third tier yet. Hopefully we don't have to this year. And I would also like to take a moment to recognize one of our middle school teams that recently competed in a very big competition. On the evening of Tuesday, March 14th, 2023, Dr. Stoker, Mr. Stroll, and I attended the What's So Cool About Manufacturing Gala in support of our Northern Lehigh Middle School team. This year, student participants included Savannah Cast, Mackenzie Crucial, Colin Koretsky, Chase Gall, Liliana Aya Barreto, Alexa Mayer, Madeline Husak, and Andy Swass. Mrs. Frank served as a faculty advisor. Although they didn't win an award this year, they represented our district like champions. We're very proud of the video they produced and the time and effort they dedicated to this year's competition. So again, thank you to all those students and Mrs. Frank for representing our district so well. And we are really appreciative of the effort they put into creating this year's video. And the other thing I would like to point out, if you hadn't had an opportunity to this evening, please be sure to check out the updated showcase. It highlights the high school musical, spring musical, The Lightning Thief. And that concludes my report this evening.
Thank you much, appreciate it. Item K, an executive session was held at 6 p.m. It was held for personnel reasons. Okay, speaking of personnel, we're moving on to item 4 on the agenda, personnel items. A through, how far do we go here? I, is there a motion to approve the personnel items, please?
So moved.
We have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
And a second? Any questions, discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And so ordered.
I'd just like to recognize one of our guests tonight. I would
Oh,
like
sure.
to recognize, welcome, and congratulate Mr. Sam Yadish, who will be our newest high school special education teacher. So congratulations and welcome to Northern Lehigh School District, Sam.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your mother's not a principal anywhere by any chance, is she?
She is.
Oh, wait, we got rid of one Yadish, now we're getting.
I know, it took everything in our power, that's why I wondered, do we have to do this? Yeah, no. Your mother was here for a while when I was here, and we loved her. She did a really fantastic job. So if you come close to filling her shoes, we just got a good person, so thank you.
Thank you, I
Appreciate that.
appreciate it.
Appreciate that.
Welcome.
Okay, you want to say something, Bob?
No, I have a lot to say, but I'll refrain. I'll embarrass Sam if I do.
Last chance. Okay, we have a whole bunch of policies, first and second reading. We've gone all over these at the committee meetings. Is there a motion to approve the policies?
So moved.
Is there a motion? Is there a second?
I'll second.
You have a second? Any questions on the policies? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. We have no conferences tonight, curriculum and instruction. We have items A, B, C. Is there a motion to approve curriculum and instruction?
Make a motion.
You have a motion, Mr. Christman, thank you. A second?
Second.
And a second. Any questions? I know you mentioned the CLIU, Gail. Is there anything you want to add to that, or you?
Nope, like I said, they, every year, it's a yearly thing that we go through to approve their facilities plan. This year, Peters is a new classroom, so thank you to the board.
Okay. All right, motion to approve curriculum and instruction?
We have a motion.
We already got it.
We didn't do that yet, did we?
We didn't vote though.
I said, we have a motion, but we didn't vote. You're right. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And so ordered. Okay, I have one quick item under old business. We talked about this last month, and people said they wanted time to think about. And I had brought up the possibility of doing the PSBA board self-evaluation. And I think Mr. Link sent out some information in one of his updates. We can do it one of three ways. We can do it and pay someone to come here and discuss the results with it. We can do it and pay someone to do it over line, or we can just do it and review it ourselves. Personally, I believe we should do it, which is why I brought it up, and I don't know that we need to spend any money to do it, but I think we can do it, maybe at executive session sometime, take a couple minutes and go over it. I don't see where it can hurt us if it looks like we're doing something we shouldn't be, or something could be improved. I'm always open to that. I think a lot of other board members are, so I guess I'm looking for input on that. Do we want to do it? Don't we want to do it? You want to move forward?
I would.
You'll move forward?
I think it's a good idea.
Doesn't hurt.
Is there anyone who would not want to do it? And is there anyone who would want to pay to do it as opposed to just having somebody come in and do it?
Ourselves.
Ourselves, yeah, that's what I would recommend, so. Okay, in the next few days, we'll get a copy of that out to you. It'll be done electronically, so you can fill it out and get that sent back in there. Thanks for that. We don't need a motion for that, do we? We're not spending any money, so.
No.
That's what I thought, okay. Okay, new business. We have 3 items under new business. A motion to approve new business.
So moved.
We have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Second, thank you. Questions on the new business items? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And so ordered. Financial, we have items A through G. There a motion to approve the financial items? Motion, is there a second?
Second.
And a second. Any questions on the financial items? And I would say, Sherry, I did look through those, and when you said you had that money in that flex account, I did see that. You're generating a nice chunk of money there. Thank you very much. I missed that in the last one, but it's there, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, motion to approve, or we have a motion, vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. So ordered. Legal expulsion hearing waiver approval. Is there a motion to approve the waiver?
Here.
You have a motion? I'm sorry, I didn't hear who that was. Was that Chad? Okay, thank you, Chad. Is there a second?
Here.
I believe that was Robin down at that end, so all those in favor of approving, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. I have nothing under correspondence. Under information, you got a bunch of minutes there from the other areas. Guests to be recognized? Anyone? Anywhere? Last chance? No? No? Okay, if there's no other business to be attended to, is there a motion to adjourn?
Before we do that, Mr. Green.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
there is a hand?
Nothing crazy, nothing crazy. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to you guys touched on the high school guys. Middle school softball undefeated, 6-0. Shout out to them. JV, I just came from that game, was fashionably late to this meeting. Pulled out a 19-18 win over Wilson last minute. So they're sitting at 4-3 on the season. So younger teams are making some waves. So just wanted to give a shout out to them.
Thanks for sharing.
Girls softball team won today as well.
Even better, I didn't know that.
Real
So
pictures,
what's her overall record then?
6-2.
There we go.
real pictures there, Dual, huh, Chad? Yeah. Anything else? Anything else you want to bring up? I'm sorry, I missed you, Chad. I didn't hear you. I apologize. If not, is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make it.
Motion, is there a second?
I'll second.
Natalie, thank you. All those in favor of adjourning, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. We're done here.